Hey there, so we're going to talk about micro cilantro right now. So this tray in front of me is full of micro cilantro. Cilantro is something that you'll come across every day. If you're more from the UK or Australia like myself, you'll call it coriander. A lot of people are familiar with coriander seeds and cilantro. It's the same thing. And so what you'll find is, you'll come across regular cilantro in a lot of Mexican cooking. That's probably where a lot of Americans are familiar with it, but also in a lot of Southeast Asian dishes as well. And if you like cilantro, like me, you'll like it because of its freshness. It's got kind of a grassy note, but also a fresh, almost kind of citrus and lifting quality to it that's useful in a lot of dishes. Works really well when you've got some spice going on because, if you've got some spice and some heat, you kind of want something to balance that out. And normally you'll find that cilantro in its fresh form is used as a last element in a dish. So people are cutting it. Actually, I found that, living in Japan, people often cut it with scissors, which is not something you see so much here. But the reason people are cutting it fresh is it's that moment of cutting it that releases all the terpenes, all those volatile compounds that we love. And the flavor of cilantro, I would say it's like 70 to 80% about the aroma that's coming into your nose and the back of your mouth when you eat it. And so just looking at it as a microgreen, microgreens, as a reminder, they're very young plants, normally, just a few days or a couple of weeks old. I'm going to check when this was planted. So that was planted about 12 days ago, maybe 13 days ago. So you're seeing about that much growth straight from the seed. And what's cool about a young plant is a couple of things. So, and we'll show you this on a close-up. You'll have a plant that starts off with 2 leaves, and they come from the seed. They're called cotyledons. And then they'll produce what's called one of the first mature leaves. And the mature leaf will actually indicate what that plant's really going to look like. And so with cilantro, you'll see that classic kind of serrated edge around it, classic cilantro shape. What you'll find with cilantro as well that's kind of fun is that the seed casing will often stay on there as well. And that seed casing is a coriander seed, a cilantro seed. And so there's actually flavor in there as well. Depends on the chef. Sometimes they like to receive this with that on, sometimes off. But it's something that you can kind of experiment with as a home cook. Again, it's something I would recommend you use fresh. It's all about freshness. So I wouldn't really cook this down. It's not going to work well in a sauce. I would cut it straight fresh onto your food. And again, works great with like a Thai curry, for instance. That's like a really classic use of this. But you can also get a little bit more experimental. A lot of people like this flavor with a fish, something like that. Maybe somewhere where you're using a lot of lemon. If you're creative, you may even try it on a dessert. It's not something I've tried, but it could be something that you have a go for. Micro cilantro, if you've got some of this, left over and you don't know what to do with it, it can work great mixed into a salad. I love using it with like broccoli, lemon, maybe little jalapeno, making a dressing, something like that. Really brings a lot of freshness. Micro cilantro.